Hello? This is a bit of an audio test. Can y'all hear me? Why'd you retract your message? Whatever. Can y'all hear me? Hello? Okay, good. Here. Is that anything? There we go. All right then. Only give me a minute to see if we see some more people. Oh God! I don't want to be opening that tab. Oh God, that's some. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna wait a few minutes for some more people to jump in. I've promoted this thing on my Instagram story, so right now we got 4 people watching. I like that. Let me check real quick, see if people have seen this. No. Okay. Oh, hello, Atlantis and Diablo Tyrannus. So I wanted to start this stream real quick with a sort of overview of what I think of Land of the Ancients as a whole. I have honesty, I'm not that happy with it. As like editing goes, for the last episodes, I am happy with that. But story-wise, I am not. So it's gonna be a bit of a Land of the Ancients stream, excuse me. So I brought out some of my favorite characters from the season. Well, I say that. I don't really like you. I know a lot of people like Dean, but he's pretty stereotypical, and unintentionally, he turned out being a lot like Jane from Dinosaur Island. But that's just kind of how it turned out. And actually, I brought you too, and you're not one of my favorites because you barely have any screen time, and you're a pretty messy character, and you barely do anything. I am happy with Nicolina's because she's a nice gal. Anyhow, so yeah, if you have any thoughts on Land of the Ancients as a whole, feel free to put them in the little live chat thing. Let me make sure that's still working. Yeah, I know. Oh, thank you, Jurassic Studios. Yeah, I know you like Dean. I don't like him. I think he's pretty stereotypical as a character. Here, let me make sure this is working right now. It's working right now. Oh, you guys getting a little bit of a delay. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, I don't like Dean that much. Yeah, it is fun. It's more of a fun adventure-y thing. For Kingdom of the Elders, I'm definitely driving more towards the horror aspect, which I think Isle of the Mesozoic is doing as well. I really want some horror-oriented scenes. And if you've watched the end of, I think it's called Balanced Power. I don't even know the name of my episodes. There's a certain roar you could be heard that can be heard there, and let's just say that's a bit of a menace going around Trekken. But I won't highlight that too much because a lot of people tend to hype up their shows for an expected release date, and that release date just keeps getting pushed out and out and out. So we're not doing that. I already kind of made a video on this. I think it's like the plans for the channel video, which is on my channel. Oh, really? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, mine, unfortunately, I discovered this one day, has a giant paint scuff right here. It really upset me. Because I have a really mint condition looking one, and then I scuffed this. Oh, also, one of Nicolina's teeth, or actually, I think it's 2 of them are missing. Yeah, you can kind of see them. Wait, I have it the way around. No, I had it the right way. I'm smart. Right there, you can see 2 of the teeth are missing. And it's such a beautiful figure. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Yeah, I know about the sound effects. Particularly the Allosaurus. Here, let me grab them real quick. Yeah, stuff like Vival, not well, this is Talid. Well, actually it was Talid, then it became Vival because Vival got big. Yeah, I like used to like put my phone next to my iPad and then record sounds off to that because I thought that was the best way to record sounds. Now I know not to. And actually, I'll go ahead and say this. Today, actually, I was working on sounds for Kingdom of the Elders. I feel like you didn't use. Yeah, I also feel like the music was not used that much. I am already creating some test tracks for Kingdom of the Elders. I definitely want to go for something more like techno, which will play into the theme of the season. Not saying too much of that there. Also, there's a new playlist up. I think it came up like a few months ago. I never really talked about it, but sorry, I have lost words there. That video kind of, well, not video, but playlist discloses the sort of chronological order of Tales from Primordial Planet. Um, Hatch comes first, then Mimicry, then Land of the Ancients. And then I guess I'll go ahead and talk about it here. I have a few ideas about short films I want to do. Unfortunately, I had one planned that was actually going to come out like right now, but then the global something came creeping and canceled the trip where I was going to film that. So that went a little bit south. So yeah, I think I might have one more project coming out, and I definitely want to do a Godzilla short film. I know a lot of you guys don't really are all in for that, but I do definitely want to do that. I keep having ideas for like a hot week, and then they just go away, and I'm distracted by Land of the Kingdom of the Elders. Excuse me. Uh, so those are two things to look forward to on the channel, and I promise I'll upload more of the Land of the Ancients tracks, which kind of gets back into what people are talking in the chat right now. I have one coming out tonight, and hopefully in a little bit. Okay, let me catch up on the chat now. And I don't like you don't stand that well. Speaking of Jenna from Morrison, Basil's my second favorite character. Well done story. Yes, I do love Basil as a character because he sort of feels rejected from his parents because one of them goes insane. Well, I'll leave that hint to you for Kingdom of the Elders. One of them goes insane. The mother and the sister are very rejective. Rejective? We'll call that a word. Are very rejective of Basil. So Basil kind of goes out looking for his dad and stuff. Then he gets himself almost killed because he is deprived from lack of water and food. And then he finds himself in a predicament where his mother's trying to reach out to him again. And Basil's just like, no, you weren't nice to me, so I'm not going to be nice to you. Then they explode in lightning, which, looking back, is a very stupid thing. It happens to Nicolina here. I think it was executed better on Nicolina, but it sort of suggested that like the lightning like went through certain parts of their body and exploded, and it's very weird. Let me back to the chat now. I really like your use of music, and it certainly is unique to your show. Unlike most people who just throw in walk with a lot of people just throw in walk with dinosaurs music, which is great because I want to have one short film that's going to include a walk with dinosaurs track, but some people just put so much music in Mesozoic Isle that it's just a little overwhelming. So I try to make my own soundtracks to kind of make it fresh in a way. A lot of series tend to mess up stuff. Oh, we got my favorite character is Lily. I don't like Lily. She's like just kind of a plot device that just is the thing that makes Dean and Lily do things. Well, not Dean and Lily, Dean and Bull. Also, just as a quick thing, I want to talk about cinematography of Land of the Ancients. There's one shot where Bull and Dean were like facing off, and then Dean kind of looks back at Bull, and I love that shot. Like you got the sun behind him. Yeah, Lily is the rose of Land of the Ancients. Yeah, quite literally. Because younger me just thought, oh, cool, dinosaur series. I'm not going to think about redoing the script a couple of times, which I'm already on like the technically third version of Kingdom of the Elders. I just kind of jumped into everything, kind of ignoring like to the process of making a script, going over it over and over again till I'm happy with it, which I am going to do with Kingdom of the Elders. So she ended up a bit of a messy character and just a plot device. There was something else in the chat, but it wasn't there anymore. Back to what I was talking about cinematography. I'm definitely going to be using more like camera work. I got a tripod. And I'll be using my phone, so we'll have better like camera quality because some of the shots are really, really fuzzy, especially with like early morning shots. I know the fight with the Stegosaurus has a lot of like little pixels on the screen. And I don't like it at all. There'll be more dramatic zooms and zoom ins. I've been practicing doing dolly zooms. If you have seen Mesoka Isle, that shot of the Dilophosaurus, whose name I'm forgetting, with the where it kind of zooms in, but the background kind of fades out. I definitely want to work with that kind of cinematography and that kind of stuff. In terms of like inspiration from creators lately, it's been very sparse. Like Mesozoic Isle episode 2 is turning 1 year old in like 2 days. So, and that used to be my main inspiration. Oh, Violet, thank you. What was my main inspiration for working on the show, and that's been kind of dead for like a year. Well, not dead because he's still working on it, but it's taking a while. And I already know the Barnacle Man is taking a while on his show because he's focusing on other things like Toady. So yeah, I feel like that the lack of inspiration has been kind of pushing me down on working on the show. I've been pecking away at it. Right now, I'm scripting a scene of Tolucas because he's going to be in the next season. If you want sort of a hint of what's going to be in the next season, watch the last few seconds of Land of the Ancients before the credits roll. It shows some stuff of, I think it was like, what was it again? Oh, crap, I'm forgetting. Oh, yeah, it was Dean rowing at sunset, which was pretty generic of a shot. But there was also a shot of a Gorgosaurus. His name is like has a very high expectation to change, but at the moment, his name is Atlas. He'll play a very important part in the story. I'll say that much. Of course, Guanjay, which is Luke's son. I guess I can kind of talk about my plans for King of the Elders right now. Dean's going to be returning because I want to make Dean a better character. And I think I have some really good ideas of how I want him to be played up in the next season. Well, I shouldn't say season because it's more of a chapter of Tales from Rodale Planet. I don't know. Bull, I definitely want to make better because he has a really stupid name that I came up with when I was like 12. Oh my gosh, I can't say the word 12 because that's the year of younger child in Kappa. Yeah. Speaking of younger childs, I do plan to do more with their offspring, Bull and Lily's offspring, which is, I believe, Alasia and David. David, I have some cool plans with that involves Dean. I'll just say that much. Let's see. Well, I feel Lily has a bit of a part of the story. She lost her baby. Yeah, yeah. What was her baby's name again? I don't even remember. But she had a baby for like a hot 10 minutes and just got killed by the Ceratosaurus. So didn't really have much of the story there. And Bull just kind of took up the opportunity to be like, oh, hey, we got a woman here. Come on, let's make some kids, right? Mm-hmm. Yay. Yeah. Dean is returning. I'm sort of up in the air about having Jason and Julie return. What? I found out. Oh, yeah. Grape has an abusive father. Yes. That episode is so cringy now. It has the funny thing is, everything I hate about that episode is really bad, but stuff I like about that episode is really good because I love the slow progression from a failed hunt to a hunt that is ended off screen to Prince finally killing the Shinosaurus. I thought that was pretty well done. Yeah, but Grape I could have done a lot better with, out of all honesty, because Grape just kind of pops up in a few episodes, does some stuff, then kind of goes in the background and doesn't do much anymore. I think I definitely want to do more with her in the future. Well, I say that. Maybe like get short films and stuff. Yeah. Also, her wrap up and Balanced Power is, oh my god. I do not like the final result of that episode, but only editing wise, because the episode's pretty cringy, to be honest. Ava, thank you. Thank you for reminding me of my own character's name. That's a bit of a problem that I don't know that. Speaking of named characters, I hated how I just jumped in halfway through the season to name Nathan's daughter because I could have just named it at the beginning. I don't know why I did that. There's so many things I would go back and fix. I would get rid of Fumbia entirely if I was going to go back and fix things. And I don't know why. Why did I do a T-Rex v Spino fight? Like, why? And the cinematography in that is awful. I'm doing these awkward zooms into like random parts of the animal, and it looks very strange. I used to think it looked cool, but like It does not. So yeah, I definitely want to get better at doing like fights and stuff. I don't want big dramatic and that kind of thing. I think I want to have more quick fights and skirmishes, which will be a highlighted part of Kingdom of the Elders, but there'll be a lot of suspense into them. And I don't want to do what Land of the Ancients did, which was just one fight scene, another fight scene, another fight scene, another fight scene, which is what a lot of shows tend to do these days. I think it'd be better to just slowly progress up and up and up. Let's see what the chat's saying. I really liked when you did the sauropod her with their ending was really intense and well done. Oh, do you mean like we're Doyle or whatever? Not Doyle. Oh my god, I just called my character a Dinosaur Island character. Donnie was like bullied Cameron into the side of the wall, and yeah, that was a bit of a dramatic scene. I'm glad I did that. That was not in the original script, by the way. That was all like made up on set almost. Not really. I just watched Dinosaur Island season 5 episode, whatever the last episode was. And I was like, hey, I should do a dramatic death of a sauropod. So I decided to do that with Cameron. Let's see what the chat's saying. Your show is the best YouTube. Oh, thank you. How good is Kingdom of the Elders going to be? Better than Land of the Ancients. I'm definitely pushing it to be better than Land. Oh, Cascade. Thank you. Was it Cascade? Because it was the one with what was his name? The Giga that doesn't have a name. That's looking at Doyle. Whatever. That turns like 1 year old on the 20th, which is a little frightening. Anyhow, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the sauropods. Oh yes, and I don't understand this. How did Donnie swim? Like, out of all honesty, how did Donnie swim? I don't know how Donnie was able to come back out. But then it was kind of nice to have the Tyrannosaurs return and kill him, because that was a little fresh and needed. Because the Tyrannosaurs, like nothing happened to them. Like Lily gets like a slight bit of flesh wound from one of the Stegosaurus, which I like the Stegosaurus, but they're underused. But like it's there for one episode, does a plot thing, then just disappears in the next episode. Kind of wish I had it still there. I know that's pretty hard to maintain. I know Bionicle Source has said keeping Razor's little like arm wound is really hard to do, and I can't imagine doing that. Speaking of Razor, the other day I was coming up with ideas for Kingdom of the Elders, because I wanted to introduce some new characters. I may not, though. That is a pretty like up in the air topic. I more would just want to continue the story with the characters I've already introduced. And I thought, hey, what about a animal that has a wound and progresses over the season? I was like, oh wait, shoot, that happens in DI. So I couldn't do that, which was a bit of a shame. Let's see what the chat's saying. Actually, no. Now that I legit think of it, Prince and Basil are probably tied on my second favorite. Yeah, Prince was nice. Prince, I feel like was a much better Tyrannosaurus character. I mean, he did kill Spinosaurus, which is pretty cringy in its own right. But I am happy that he's sort of like the protector of Valley of Killers, which I love that the concept that came up with there. Speaking of more characters that were in the Valley of Killers, what are their names? Oh crap! Let me look them up real quick. The two cryos or whatever their names were. I'm looking up the names. Give me 1 minute. I'm looking at the old website. Well, I called it website. It was just like a Google Slides thing. I have been doing more updates to the website, so there should be an update coming rather by the end of this year. Oh yeah, Clara and Aaron. I really loved the way Clara and Aaron were used. I think Clara and Aaron were a very sort of dynamic duo I had going on there. Like, I love the way Clara had the hearing issue, and it sort of played into her psychological stuff. And how did that end it again? Oh yeah, and I almost like deleted a scene of Nathan killing Clara, but I decided to have it in there because I thought that was a really unique idea to just have that in there. I think they're really neat. I like how Aaron just got like straight up killed by the Ionosaurus, which has the poisonous horn. I do want to return to, what's her name? Anna? Is that what I named her again? Yeah, Anna, the baby T-Rex, because I want to do more things with her, because I want to get the Papo Brown adult T-Rex and go to some nicer filming locations and do some more stuff with her as she kind of embarks on like a journey or something. Let me see. Yeah, Cascade was episode 7. Okay. Donnie's death was undramatic and realistic. Not all main characters have to die a dramatic death. I agree. I agree. Yeah, a lot of shows tend to be like, oh my gosh, long fight scene of a character dying. Dinosaur Island season 4 finale. I hate that episode. I hate that episode so much. Like I hate that episode like way more than season 1 because you can laugh at season 1. But that episode is like the worst episode ever of a show. Like not gonna lie, because the whole thing is just what was her names? Nigel, Jane, and the two car scenes whose names I forget because I always get them mixed up with the Zoke Isle one, and they're always like they're smashing together like for like half the episode. It's basically like the Heisei Godzilla beam spams, except they're just slamming against each other the entire episode. That was your favorite episode? Really? Oh, you retracted the comment. So yeah, I definitely want to do better than people have done before. And unpopular opinion here, I don't like season 4 of Dinosaur Island. And there goes half of my subscriber count. I think the pacing is awful. I think all the camera work in that is very poor. So I sort of based on the Ancients on being better than that, which I should have opted for being better than season 5 of Dinosaur Island because that is an absolute masterpiece of a season. But I opted for that instead. So we get weird cuts and some really messy narration. And speaking of narration, back to what we were talking about earlier about the first episode. In the first episode, I decided to record narration upstairs. Yeah, season 5 is better. Yeah, I completely agree. I decided to record my narration upstairs for some reason, where my parents are like cooking in the kitchen, and in one of them you can hear my mom talking. It's funny. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea and I kept it in the episode, but hey, ask younger Dinoxels. He was not a smart person. Jacob's ladder. I rejected the comment to make the comment. Oh, I see. Season 5 is better. I definitely want to make Kingdom of the Elders better than any series I've watched before. I'm tossing around ideas of doing an underwater scene. However, that may not happen. I could talk about this actually. One of the original scenes I had planned for Land of the Ancients was the really big chase scene involving Renus, Trevor, and the male Ceratosaurus. I was gonna have the reveal scene at night, but then the Ceratosaurus was gonna continue to chase them away, and they were gonna be chased all the way to a river, and there's gonna be like this like river crossing scene, and I'm so mad that I didn't do it. I definitely want to do it in a later season. Here, I think I'm getting weird light in the top right corner. There we go. Oh no, it's still there. Oh crap. Whatever. I definitely want to do more like a river chase scene. Sort of like what Cenozoic did, which was like a really long chase scene going over multiple locations. I probably like you like season 4 more than season 5? Well, we're entitled to our own opinion. I guess you can see that because Jane is a little like in season 5 because she's just like, oh, I'm so awesome. I can stand up against Rose or whatever her name is, and then gets her face smashed. I can explain why it is my favorite episode. Jane is and will always be my favorite character. Bloodtooth and Nigel. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I thought Nigel's death was was really not that well done. He just kind of flopped over and slowly died. Though I did like how the cars literally got knocked off the cliff or whatever. I think one of them was like choked to death, and then the other one, I think with like the blue one with the blue faced one, was like knocked off the like Mount Evolution or whatever. I just thought that was amazing. Something about season 4 is like it's very like upbeat and like epic. Kind of like season 2 because I have a very fond nostalgia for season 2 because it's very much like a very happy go-getty adventure, kind of like Land of the Ancients in a way, which would make sense because my first exposure to Dinosaur Island was the first episode of season 4, where I think it was like Mike was like going around hunting things in the trees. Nigel died because his right eye was blinded by the 2 Allosaurus. Oh, it was blinded. Oh yeah, that scene of when Nigel like slammed those allosaurs against the rock or whatever. That was, oh my god, I loved that. I loved that. I definitely want to do something like that again, where a character just smashes the other character's face over and over and over again into a rock. That scene has its problems, like Nigel literally being Godzilla and taking no damage in that fight, like at all, besides the eye you're talking about. But I definitely want to do like a very intense fight scene where they're slamming each other against rocks. I think that'd be really interesting to do. I have to do it with figures that aren't these ones, so probably more recent figures, so they don't want to damage a Carnegie figure. That would be a bit of a shame, wouldn't it? Bowl. Was Kingdom of the Elders will be amazing. I hope it will. Plus, Jazz. Yeah, fair point. There is one criticism I have with season 5. It's the sauropod scene with Arya or whatever. I think you're actually talking about that in the chat. Arya. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that was a big setup for Arya. Anyways, the whole Arya like chase scene or whatever. You could see the blocks in Gibson's garden, and it looked very strange. Well, not the blocks, the big rocks. I did not like that at all. I think you can see. I think there is one shot in the series that shows a human object, but you can't see what it is. I'm forgetting what it is. There are many little like things I did when I was filming to sort of like spruce up the environment. They're very hard to see. Like in one shot, I think it was episode 2 or 3, where we're looking at Redis and Trevor are looking back at the forest from when they had their skirmish with the Ceratosaurus. Well, they didn't know it was yet, but I actually had a full body reveal of the Ceratosaurus there. It's in the bottom right corner. Let me find it real quick. I'll come back to y'all in just a minute. Of course, the first thing I'm getting recommended is my own live stream. That's amazing. I think it's like episode 2. It could be episode 2. Probably is. Yep, it is. Let me find it real quick. Yeah, at the shot at 9. Wait, no, not 9:10. Yeah, at 9:07 on the episode of Land of the Ancients, you can see the Ceratosaurus's full body reveal in the bottom right, and I think it's one of my favorite like little gags almost, because like there's a full body reveal, then like later on the season, it's like, oh my gosh, this is our first time seeing it when it really isn't. So I thought that's pretty clever. It is very out of scale with the leaves in that shot. I want to film more of Land of the Ancients in that backdrop you have there, because that's like core property, meaning like no one can build on that, which is a bit of an issue next door because there's a new house coming up and they have 2 dogs, and I really hope that they stay in their yard, so I'm not filming Kingdom of the Elders on the plains. Then the dogs come out and start biting my Carnegie T-Rex, because that would be a bit of a shame. Anyhow, back to the chat. By the way, in an early stream, I probably predicted. Never mind. I already read that. The Sauropod chase scene is one of the. Why do we have like different opinions? Well, yeah, I did like the scene where like they were like chasing her. Thought that was really well done with like cinematography wise. Besides the rocks, I think yeah. One of my early ideas actually for Land of the Ancients, back when I was like a little kid and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to make a dinosaur show. Oh, and I had seen Bloodtooth fall off a cliff. I wanted to have Dean fall off a cliff, and it almost happened. But the last minute I was like, the Noxels, that's really not a good idea. And so I went against that. Even in like I almost say season 2. Kingdom of the Elders had an idea for that, and I kind of got rid of that because I did not like that. Let's see. The Doyle of Death scene. It is. I love Doyle's death scene. The only problem I had with it was really hard to see that Doyle's tail was like dragging on the ground and the Giga was kind of falling like this. That really confused me what was going on there. But I loved that scene. That was use of Wako Dazzler's music in a very like subtle way. It was like only the end of the song, and it worked perfectly for the scene. I do wonder, how is Ernest going to get out of that? And just as a thing, why is literally every character in Dinosaur Island right now stuck on a branch? Like, what's his name? Junior has a branch through his ankle. Um, what's his name? Ernest has his foot stuck under a root. They're all stuck and stuff, and it's really weird. Let me see. Oh yes, I loved the scene of Arya getting jump scared by the Acranthosaurus. The Acranthosaurus just jumps in, and you can sort of see it for a moment. I think I was one of the people who caught that. Then jumps in and scares her, and now we know that somewhere on Dinosaur Island there's a random Acranthosaurus rotting in there, and that was good use of the Acranthosaurus toy. Oh crap! I just said the T word. Crap! I just said the T word. Kappa, don't come after me, please. So I thought that was a really nice use of that figure because I do not like that Argentinosaurus figure at all. And speaking of Papo poses, I totally predicted the Papo Giga. I was thinking like, it's not gonna be that good. So when I first saw the promotional images, I kind of looked at it and I was like, oh, all right then. Anyway, I can't wait to see if Ernest gets any PTSD or something. Yeah, that'd be funny. What? Tyrannorex, you have like the same opposing opinions of me. That's so strange. Like, you like all the characters I hate. You hate all the characters I like. Well, not necessarily hate, but and then that's just weird. Anyhow, how long have we been going for this? 30 minutes. Oh my, that feels like a much longer time. Now I know why people get tired of doing live streams. I guess while I'm at it, I can show you some of my recent acquisitions. I'm planning on making a video about it. I got the Collector Lithronax recently. I love his little mohawk. I love that. I got the Collector Brontosaurus because that's a nice lad. The Peniso Chasmosaurus, which I love this figure. I love it so much. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite Super Top Scene figures, period. Peniso Anki, which is a very gray boy. I love it. It's my first Peniso figure. Oh, I also got you've probably seen the review for this guy up on the channel, Godzilla with Heat Ray and Kong with Battle Axe. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Appalachiosaurus is mine. I hope Kayakasaurus makes one. I love his Pinacosaurus or whatever it is that he revealed today. Or it was a few days ago, but he just posted the video today on YouTube. I love that way that one looks. And the Peniso Nemicolopterus. I love this little boy. But it's a real shame because the Papo Giga isn't actually too bad. It's just I know there was pictures at the T-Word fair, the European one, and the sculptural detail is actually really good. It's about as good as here, let me grab it. It's about as good as the Papo T-Rex, like the original one, back when Papo's detail wasn't just cross stitching. Excuse me. By the way, I'm totally jealous of Spino Dude's Papo T-Rex with no paint scuffs on the teeth. The detail looks amazing on that thing, but the pose is just awful. And some of the proportions on it just suck, which a lot of people don't really bring up. Like the thing has a dinky tail. It's like I think it's like this big, like that long. It's all curled up and stuff. Has really big legs. It's basically the Papaceratosaurus, but just worse. Julie was a cool character. I was sad she wasn't in the last episode of the season. Oh no, she was. She was in the B-roll footage at the end, and you can see a certain character in the background is going to be there. Oh yes, Tyrannorex. That was very, very, very mature of you there. Okay, let me move you. Watch, I'll just move y'all. Oh wait, I completely forgot about you. The Fukisaurus. I love this little boy. Little cookie. Little cookie. I love little cookie. I'll put the Papo T-Rex and Nemicolopterus and stuff right here. I love the way Prince looks head on. It gives me such Lost World nostalgia there. Even though I haven't really seen the Lost World too many times, but I love the way that looks. I really liked what you did with to Lucas, I think you mean, and Julie. That segment was I love this is my favorite characters of Land of the Ancients as a whole. It's the Giganotosaurus and the Raptors and the way they kind of interact with each other. I thought that was really nice because they both lose a loved one and they're sort of like forced together and they're in the same situation and they kind of have to find their way out of that. I thought that was really interesting. 4 Papo Rexes and 2 what kind of green Rexes? Because if you have two of these, I'm not hitting you up on that. One is in bad condition. Oh yeah, I think I saw your video of the, excuse me, the brown one, which has like a bunch of, right. You have red sail. Oh, okay, yeah, both in good condition. Yeah, that's good. I want to get the red sail figure just because he was one of my first characters I loved, and he's very overrated. I'll just say that much. I do like Red Sail a lot though, like as a character, but even though he is a little overrated, I think the original figure of him is a really interesting figure. I might just get it just because it's a really old representation of Spinosaurus. I kind of want to do a gradual lineup of all the figures made of Spinosaurus over the years. I think that would look really nice. And first favorite character in DI. Yeah, least favorite. I get that. He is pretty overrated. I just don't have dinosaur figures, just toys and China stores. Oh, get some. I recommend getting ones at MiniZoo, Sephora LTD, their website. You can use the coupon codes that a bunch of the big YouTubers have, larger than me, anyways. And you can get some really quality stuff. If you don't, just ask your parents to get stuff for you. I do that sometimes. I like a deal with them. If I do certain chores, I'll get certain Mattel figures. It works out pretty well, I'll say that. Also, lately I've been dealing with the whole NECA situation. I don't know if you all know about it, but the whole NECA Godzilla thing. It's basically the Carnegie collection all over again. Oh, you do? It only costs you $130. Oh yeah, that's a little much. I've seen a listing for one. I'm not saying where I saw it, but I saw a listing for one. I'm keeping a little bit of a secret because I want it. I really do want it. Oh yeah. While we're on these figures, and we're talking about figures in general, I want to publish the review of the Carnegie Velociraptor soon. I've been sitting on that footage for like a month now, but I wanted to get this guy's review out because that gets the views. Because I love getting myself the views and stuff. In fact, my most viewed video ever is when I thought the Godzilla vs Kong trailer was coming out. I was like, oh my goodness, Godzilla vs Kong. But now that video is private and stuff, and I sort of did a soft channel reset now, or sort of like reset my content to where it's more mature, it's more like borderline better than the other content. And it sort of transitions from my old username to my new username because I don't like my old username. What is your favorite Safari figure? A lot of people love the 2017 Featherdrex. I don't like it. It's very overrated. I do like its overall like anatomy going on with it. I think it's very well done. Like I love how they captured the big bulk Tyrannosaurus Rex has. My favorite Safari figure. Probably this figure. I still love it. Safari needs to do more figures with bases. When it comes time to redo their Carnotaurus, which is like completely inaccurate and I hate it. Well, I don't hate it. I like the colors, but the scientific accuracy on the figure is absolutely atrocious. Well, thank you. Yeah, it is a little. I think it is a little overrated. I get why people like it. Like I understand, as from a personal point of view, I don't like it that much. But as a figure, objectively, it's a good figure. I'm just not that much of a big fan of it. Also, Sorali figures I have a strange liking for the new Sarcosuchus. You can see a picture of it. I have up on my Instagram, link in like the channel description thing. It looks very, very nice on camera. I don't know how to describe this, but like the tail loves to fade out. It looks so beautiful. It looks like a warm animal, even though it was cold blooded. So, yeah, the new Sarcosuchus is really good. I understand it's anatomical issues that Spino Dude brought up in the review. Back when Spino Dude was called Spino Dude Reviews. Yeah, I don't know either. When I first saw the images of it, I was like, oh god. Its back feet I still don't like, but here, let me grab it real quick. like the promotional images was had like I think it was like that. No, it was that or something. It was a very weird angle of it. Um, Spinosaurus deterrent. Um, I didn't not like it at first. When I got it in hand, I was like, oh, that's a lot better. Its head is still very tiny. It looks very cartoonish. The mouth should be a lot longer, and it's got some weird long teeth going on that like are not in the skeleton at all. Is that I don't think they are. I'll have to research more of it. But I hate these little like back leg scoots right here. They look very strange. Like the entire leg sort of thins out. You know, there's little ridges right here. It looks very odd. Also, his cloaca is crooked. You see that right there. A very minor nitpick, but it is a nitpick nevertheless. Yeah. Another figure I hated, and I still kind of do hate, I sort of have a love-hate relationship with it, is the new Dilophosaurus. It's sort of like the Concavinator, but only slightly better. Its detail looks like it's like very sickly. Yeah, this is one of those figures I wish the mouth was open. Excuse me. I kind of wish the Concavinator had that too, because the Concavinator, oh my god, the Concavinator, it looks like it's sad, and its head's all wrong. Oh my god, the thing's a mess. I want to get the Carnegie one, just don't. Yeah, it was really wacky. Hopefully we see Collecte make one, because Collecte likes to jump on new discoveries, and with the whole new Dilophosaurus paper, yeah. Mine can't. Yeah, if you see my review of it, it's like a tripod and it won't stand. It's very weird. Here, excuse me a minute. I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back. Don't spam broccoli. Excuse me. Anyways, what were we talking about? I remember that. Well, yeah, he's a triangle-faced boy. He's a very triangle-faced boy, and it's very inaccurate. And he looks so sad. I really do not like that figure. I want to get my hands on the Carnegie one because that one looks so much better. But I was looking at its Amazon listing and it disappeared. And I think the new dial is better than the old one, just barely. Yeah, I mean, it at least has the right anatomical features. Like its silhouette looks nice. If you look at some of my early pictures on Instagram, I have a picture of the two I have. I accidentally got two. I have it standing on a balcony, and they have a silhouette behind them, and they actually look really nice. And like, oh my, you think that's a really good figure, but then you see it, and it's like, oh my. Yeah, the Concavinator is really bad. And I hate how everyone was trashing on Safari, saying, "Oh, I'll never buy from them again because they create these horrible figures." They're better than their old years. I know you were just saying how yours just can't stand at all. Wait. Oh, you have the Concavinator? Oh. Yeah, the Concavinator is just bad overall. And the figure that surprised me of how good it was the Ichthyosaurus. I was one of the few people who was like, it's overrated. And I get like people completely disagreed with me on it. So, what's your? Oh yeah, I already answered that. It was the Giga, but the Sarco is up there. I should make like my top 10 favorite Safari figures because nobody's done it before, and that'd be the very original video. Hey, those get views. And I think like if you put these two together, you could see them coming out the same year. There hasn't been a drop in quality as people are saying. Sure, the quality has gone down a bit, but it hasn't been like a giant drop like people are saying. And I'm really excited to see what they produced in 2021, excuse me. I know with the global something going on around right now, it's been a little hard for them. And people have been saying it might affect the 2021 lineup. I think it's going to affect the 2022 because right now they're working on figures for Well, at least they think they are. Yeah, they probably have to be working on figures for 2022, and the worldwide stuff could be messing up right now. So I can't see them. I can't see a lot of figures being made in 2022. Yeah, it is one of the best Safari figures. The base is so good. It's better than the Vitae one. I know it's a really unpopular opinion. But way better than the PNSO one. I have a real distaste for the PNSO figures, like the larger ones. I think Essien looks very strange and from angles. He's got like opposable thumbs, and that's very strange. Lucas the Giganotosaurus, his tail's like going up, but his like main body's going down, but his head's going up. It looks strange. The I think it's the Yanchuanosaurus and the little Stegosaur that names I forget. That one's pretty nice. The Safari Concave. Yeah, the Safari Concave is like the size of like the Psittacosaurus or something. It's very weird. They should have made it a lot bigger. Yeah, PNSO is kind of overrated. But then they produce stuff like this, which are so nice. So nice. Even they have little weird back ankles and stuff. At least I don't have any Reborn figures because, oh god, they are a piece of work. I doubt their Titanoboa coming out is going to work at all because they've been working on it for like 2 years and doesn't really sound like it's been working for them, so I can't see that one working out for them. The Vitae Giganotosaurus is my favorite Giganotosaurus figure. Oh, you have the limited edition version of it. Oh, dude, hang on to that thing. That's going to cost a pretty buck in the future. Which is, speaking of bucks and stuff, I used to have the Parasaurolophus boxing for the Mattel one from last year, and I don't know what happened to it, out of all honesty. And I wish I had that because, oh my goodness, if you sell that nowadays, it goes for like $168 now. It's so insane. These darn scalpers these days. Another thing that's going to make big bucks in the future is this Kong, because a lot of Kong figures tend to cost a lot. So might go for that. Also, I might have an eBay shop going up maybe next year. Whenever the P-word demic thing is done, I think I'll set up an eBay shop because there are some old things of mine I want to get rid of. So if any of you guys like Thomas Trackmaster stuff, wait. No, I do not have Discord. You can DM me on Instagram or something. You can show me a picture of it. I think only a few people have it in like the general community. Like I think Kiki has one. Or maybe it's Spino Dude. One of them has the limited edition one, and one of them does not. I think the base on that thing looks great. If you had that base of the Vitae one with this one on it, oh god, my money would be going there. Papa Spino is definitely going to become the next Carnegie. It is going to become the next Carnegie Spino. The thing is, they're saying it was limited edition, but it's still being sold over and over and over again. Aiden is the one with the limited edition one, yeah. People are saying, "Oh, it's going to be a Mesozoic Isle and stuff." Like, who would mess that thing up? That thing's like a valuable piece of work there. In terms of like more expensive figures I want to get, there aren't many. However, that review of that Spino you did of some of the what should we call it? Those like sideshow or something or Namu. That's what it was. That Spinosaurus. What is your favorite Papa figure? I like the trike. The Ceratosaurus and the Triceratops are very nice. I know the Ceratosaurus has a lot of issues, but when I was filming with it for Land of the Ancients, it's a really fun figure to play with around because it's always like you can get to like do weird things with his mouth and you used to do really cool things with it. I personally, Papa was not one of my favorite companies because people don't like people like the Crawlophosaurus. I think it has a really weird pose. And my main problem with it is that it's totally copied from a pose from Dance Revolution, which is one of my favorite shows, to be honest. It's sort of expect a tone like that for Kingdom of the Elders, but a more horror-oriented one. when well, I'll get back to Dinosaur Evolution later. Yeah, the Papasaurus is really fun to puppet and stuff. I'm curious to see what Estes is up to in Mesozoic Isle and see how he puppeted that. Also, a lot of people, speaking of like Estes as a character from Mesozoic Isle, a lot of people say that the Estes is eating the baby Apatosaurus from Carnegie. She's not. She's eating the favorite Stegosaurus. I think I'm only one of the people who've caught that. There's a camera trick. Yeah, I do like this thing. I had it forever. Before I sold most of my figures to my cousins. Well, not really sold, just kind of gave them to them. I kept this figure and the blue Apatosaurus, which I'm not going to go grab because he's holding up other figures and he's a bit of a mess to get up. So, yeah, I think he's very nice. He's got really nice detail. Let me see if we can get off on camera there. He's got very nice detail. The detail that Papagiganosaurus has, honestly, and that didn't really transition. Well, Schleich figure, Stockosaurus. And I have a very unpopular opinion, the Spinosaurus I like. I know he has really weird teeth, like very strange teeth. Mine isn't as bad as other people's are. Some people's have like paint coming up all around here and stuff, but mine doesn't have that. I just posted a picture of it on my Instagram where it's underwater and stuff, and I think it looks very nice on camera. Besides the head, of course. Yeah, but the Stockosaurus I like a lot. Could use a better paint job. Also, why did Schleich retire all their good figures besides the Triceratops and Spinosaurus? Like, why? And then they released a year with a Corallosaurus. The Schleich Deluxe Tyrannosaurus. Oh, you mean here? Wait, I'll be right back. You mean this thing? I think that's just a pretty nice figure overall. It's got some very strange issues like with the pose, but yeah. Also, have you guys seen the new like listing for all the new Schleich 2021 stuff? I talked to you about it if you want. I'll pull it up on the Dino Toy forum right now. Yes, I have. I have seen this. I just said that. I guess there's a bit of a chat delay going on. I'll talk about my opinions on it. I'll probably just read off my comment I made. Looking for it. Profile summary. Show posts. Yeah. Last year I actually thought the Corallosaurus and Postosaurus were going to be the best of the bunch. Hoo boy, I was wrong. I can see the Pachycephalosaurus and Mosasaurus being good, but considering their track record of their crocodile-like things, I doubt the Capsucus is going to be good. And their last Ceratosaurus just sucked so much. I hate that thing, and I think it'd be funny if they just made an even worse one. I mean, that thing is like in a cat pose. It's so ugly. No, the deluxe Tyrannosaurus is Saber. Oh, you mean the one where it's looking off to the right? Yeah. That one's okay. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be Jurassic World-esque. If I ever get a Jurassic World Mosasaurus, I'll get the one from whatchamacallit, Nanmu, but I doubt I'll ever get that. The Baryonyx I used to like, but then I saw its in-hand images and it looks like it has pink eye. It looks very strange. So I'm probably not gonna get that. I could just repaint it. There's an option. Now I think of it. But I want to see Safari's take on a Baryonyx or Tyrannotitan, especially. I know Doug Watson likes to do very thick animals, and I think Tyrannotitan could definitely go along that. Because look at the Sarcosuchus. It's a chunky boy. It's a bit of a chunk. And of course, we all know the Malawisaurus. Yeah, it is very overrated. And that was in part with one of Camarasaurus' videos on it, where he said how good it was. But I don't like it. Yeah, Safari Baryonyx would be really nice. Honestly, if Schleich makes one, it'd probably just look like a Woman Jurassic World thing. Oh, Schleich just made one. And I'm honestly happy with the. Wait. Mm-hmm. Oh, hi, person I know. Are you having a good time out there? That's great. No. Anyhow, I definitely want to see some more figures from Safari that are less chunky, like the Malawisaurus is very chunky. So I hope they bring back Forrest Rogers, who I'm pretty sure sculpted this thing. I can't see why Forrest Rogers did not. And I think I might be ending this in like 5 minutes or so. So if you guys have any last questions, feel free to put them in here. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. You know me. I definitely want to see a Sephiroth the Appalachiosaurus. I really want to see one. I am sculpting one. I'll say that much. It's probably not gonna be good. Probably not gonna be good. Hope Kayakasaurus makes one if I give it some more attention. I guess he collecting making it or something. But hey, hey ho. I'll just see what happens when people make figures, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. Hopefully, the Appalachiosaurus will be one of the good ones. Favorite Carnegie figure? Probably the I don't know. There's a lot of good Carnegie figures. I like the Crophosaurus. I like the Brachiosaurus. I like the Diplodocus, the newer one. I like the Retro Stegosaurus. I think it's kind of one of the better retro figures they have. I think it just rolled my R there. That's odd. Oh, the Giga is nice. A lot of the Rexes I find from Carnegie are pretty overrated, honestly, especially Bloodtooth versus. I do not like that thing. It looks like it's screaming bloody murder. So yeah. I will say the Carnegie Giga is a lot of fun to puppet, especially. However, unfortunately, I got one of its fingers lost. I'm a little upset about that. I do have plans to like get it back on track and maybe glue it back on. But if not, I'll glue it back on after the show is done and I'm done with DeLucas. And I'll glue the finger back on and stuff. I'm on the other tab and I'm noticing the big delay y'all are getting. So any more last questions? I might end it now if nobody has any more last questions. A lot of Schleich figures are in rack here. A lot of them are. Like there's Plesiosaurus, which we all love to our hearts, it's such a cool figure, isn't it? Also, have you all seen Everything Dinosaurs video on it, where they say the blue coloration is scientifically accurate from proof studies? It's a very entertaining thing. They were also defending Nanotyrannus. Everything Dinosaur is just interesting, out of honesty. Yeah, I like Cryo. Allosaurus is really good. I want to see a really good Allosaurus figure with his mouth open, because this one is nice, but it's a bit of a chonk, if I'm not gonna lie. Let's talk about the delay y'all are getting. I feel like I could fix that. Maybe I can't. Well, that's a bit of a shame. Yeah, the Daspletosaurus is nice. I'm looking forward to playing as Daspletosaurus in Path of Titans, because Path of Titans is looking to be a very good game. It looks very promising, out of all honesty. Triceratops? Yeah, I can get behind that. I like Iguanodon and Stegosaurus. I love the Safari Stegosaurus, and that one's really nice. Just junk. I guess this is a really delayed chat reply then. Well then, we're almost done. I think I'm gonna wrap it up just about now. Thanks to everybody. Yeah, Parasolve is nice. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. All that stuff. Upcoming videos should be more Land of the Ancients tracks. Some other stuff as well. I want to get some new reviews out and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for at the moment. Okay, Eofauna Atlasaurus. Oh my gosh, I want that one so much. Favorite dinosaur, Appalachiosaurus. Yeah, so just that's sort of it, I guess, for the stream. What's I'll just come back to you on here. So yeah, thanks for everybody who tuned in. Got some new videos coming out soon-ish. Should have like a recent haul video for people who don't watch this stream. Opinion on Tyrannosaurus. Oh my god, please don't have any questions. Let's wrap up the questions. I think Tyrannosaurus is neat. T-Rex, like the pop culture one, I don't like, but as an animal, I think Tyrannosaurus Rex is pretty neat. Not gonna lie. So yeah, that should be all the questions done. I think so. So thanks to everybody who tuned in. I'm gonna end it now. Thanks for coming, because I was not expecting that this many people to come on, which is 5 people. People already leaving. See ya. Okay. Nice talking to you too. Bye, peoples. Thanks for joining. This is Dinoxels signing out.